So if you had to describe teaching in one word, what would that word be?
I will probably go for bridging. So imagine a bridge. The teacher is essentially the bridge which connects the past knowledge of the student to the newer knowledge he will acquire.
Said that if you think that, like the younger teachers now, they're more fresh.
They definitely are more fresh.
Yes.
They're fresher, but in a period of 2 years, they're going to be burned out.
Exactly. Because they're not the right tools.
Right.
And we're not experienced beforehand.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Who's mentoring me to manage this classroom? I need somebody who's more experienced to actually show me how to split my lesson in 3, how to how to exactly manage some situations. A child is having a bad day. Everybody has bad days.
How do you tackle that?
How am I going to handle this in a classroom setting?
Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome all of the listeners and the viewers for today. And I would like to thank our guest, who is going to introduce herself in a little bit. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Podcast Therapy for having us in this amazing studio. And without further ado, let's get straight into the topic. So in today's topic, our title is Teacher Burnout and Through the Eyes of Young Educators. Now, as we know, in today's society, there is a lot of stress that is put onto students to perform, but most importantly, on teachers, on educators, to be faster, to be more efficient. And all of this is putting a lot of stress on teachers. And this leads to issues of isolation, to feeling like they have no supporting network. And also it leads to a lot of burnout. So exactly today we're here to talk about this topic and through the eyes of a younger teacher, which I think is going to be even more important to talk about it. Now, I would also like to say that this discussion is part of the Teachers Haven project, and this is a European funded project. It brings together 10 partners from 6 European countries, and the main goal is threefold. We want to create a safe haven for teachers to promote their well-being. We want to promote their wellness, and we want to also create a platform so they can have self-taught modules and courses so they can be more self-efficient. Now, these are the basic points that we're going to cover today. And without further ado, I will continue now to the introductions, and I will start first. So my name is Argyrou, and I'm a project manager and researcher at Eurosuccess Consulting. Now, a few information about Eurosuccess Consulting. It is an organization that is Cyprus-based, and we have 15 years of experience in areas such as education, training, but also the implementation, of course, of European projects. Our team has worked extensively with emotional intelligence. It has worked extensively with training, with the creation of tools for innovative and inclusive learning. So through other initiatives that we have, but also through our involvement in Teachers Haven, we are committed to create a safe place for teachers to promote their well-being, but also their professional development. Now, that was about me, and I will give the floor to Louiza, who is going to be the guest for today.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me. My name is Louiza Michael. I am an English teacher. I graduated from the University of Cyprus with a degree in English language and Anglophone literature. I also have my master's in human resource management. I have been teaching for the past 5 years, I think, both in the private and public sector. I've taught all ages, so pretty much from the first year ones and IELTS. I think I've also covered the adults. So in this
extensive background. Yeah. Okay, and so you're a younger teacher.
I am.
you're a younger teacher. And you have experience both in the private and also in the public sector.
Yes, so I have worked in private institutes, but I have also worked in the State's Institutes of Further Education, which is it's public institutes for adults and younger students.
Okay, fantastic. That is everything that we need for now. And we can jump straight into today's topic. So the first question goes like this. So if you had to describe teaching in one word, what would that word be?
I will probably go for bridging. So imagine a bridge. The teacher is essentially the bridge which connects the past knowledge of the student to the newer knowledge he will acquire. And this also applies to an emotional level. So I would say that the teacher can help the student move from the
No, but I understand, like from one level to another, you are like the bridge that connects the students from not knowing to become to the level of knowing, but also helping them also become better people.
Right.
Their critical thinking skills is not just I'm giving you knowledge.
Yes, exactly. So the teacher also helps the students gain confidence. They also gain confidence in themselves and to actually perform in class. The teacher can. I think that the teacher can be considered as the bridge in a school environment.
No, I understand, and I agree, because I've also been a teacher in the past, but of course you have more experience in that, and I completely see what you're saying.
Right.
So, Louiza, we're going to continue on, and we're going to go to the second question, which is, what do you find most rewarding as a teacher? This is very personal.
I think, to me, the most rewarding part of being a teacher is the moment you understand that your student actually comprehends what you're trying to say. It's that light bulb moment where the student actually gets to act on what you have taught them, and use this knowledge to advance in future endeavors.
Well, that is a very nice answer. Okay, excellent. So again, now on the flip side, because that was a very nice answer, but on the flip side, what are the challenges you have faced so far? And you're a younger teacher, so
Right.
I mean, your voice matters.
Well, everybody faced challenges during their first years of teaching. You know that. Well, to me, some of the challenges I faced were not having guidance at all. So I was just thrown in a classroom and was said, do your work.
Yeah.
So I had to research everything myself.
Yeah, on your own.
On my own. I've had issues with behaviors in classroom where I had difficulty in managing sometimes. And dare I say, parents can be a difficult part of teaching.
You may say that. Yeah, that is true.
Well, to expand on this, parents tend to dismiss what the teacher says. For instance, this year I have a student who is a bit weaker in the. It's not doesn't have the highest ability to perform in class, but her mom thinks she's the best student in the class, and she keeps coming at school, and she keeps saying, not the mom, the student keeps coming at school, and she keeps telling me that she did not do her homework because her mom said so. She did only half of it because her mom said so. So
and all the burden falls on you then.
Yeah.
Is that, if I may ask, is that in the public or the private?
The private.
In the private one. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually in the private sector, teachers have expressed that there is a lot more stress on them because the parents feel like clients. I'm a client. I'm paying you.
Yeah, exactly. So this is they expect us to do our job, which is expected of us, of course, but they also expect us to do magic.
Of course,
So,
and to fulfill then the profile of their children. Like if they think that the profile of their children is an amazing student, you have to prove that.
Right.
You cannot say no. Actually, I think it's a different situation once the student's in the classroom.
And in this way, if your child has some needs, it has some certain needs that are not being met, how do you expect me to meet them if you do not even pay attention at home to these needs? I only see this child 40 minutes per day, or sometimes 2 periods, so it's 80 minutes per day. How can I change this?
It's not magic. Yeah, I understand.
So to round back to what we were saying, I think this pressure is also a bit stressful to teachers.
Excellent. Yeah, I understand completely. This is what I also have experienced in the past. So
I think it's a universal experience.
Yeah, I think it's a universal experience for teachers everywhere. Yeah, I think so. So now let's focus a little bit more on Cyprus, because we are in Cyprus, and like, of course, the views that you're putting forward, they're very specific for Cyprus. Some are universal, some are specific for Cyprus. So do you think that society today values teachers in Cyprus? What do you think about this?
Well, I would say that I do feel somewhat respected, but I also feel that there's this comment that goes around every time you mention that you're a teacher, that, oh, you just have 2 weeks of vacation in Christmas, 2 weeks for Easter, 2 months in the summer. So
you never work.
You never work, yeah. You actually do.
Yeah.
I don't even get paid during summer time, so I don't know what they're actually talking about. I have to say that teachers who work in the private sector, and dare I say also the State's Institute of Further Education, which is the public's in the public sector. Yeah. It's not that we're being paid, with gold.
Of course. It's not like the perfect solution. Oh, become a teacher, I am rich. No, it's not like that.
Especially teachers who work in afternoons, they usually don't get paid in the summer.
Yes.
So those 2 months that all schools are closed, all institutes are closed, you have no income if you're a teacher that works afternoons. So
from what you're saying right now, I understand that you do feel somewhat respected in some areas. I mean, of course, you're handling children. I mean, not always, but your experience, you have the responsibility, of course. But also, you say that a lot of people think that, especially I think people who work in an office, they say that you're not actually working that much and you're getting paid and you're doing nothing.
You're just playing in class. You're just playing games, and you keep singing songs, and you're not actually working.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine going through the worst time of your life and having to show up to work and be a clown for
exactly
for those children.
I understand, and I see that sentiment being shared everywhere in Cyprus. Actually, I hope that with like the younger generations, this is going to change, but it takes one to be one, as we have learned at the university.
Yeah.
Once you're in the shoes of that person, you understand that it takes a lot to be a teacher.
Actually,
yes.
Yeah.
So now let's continue on. Now I'm going to focus a little bit more on the well-being and the personal growth. So teaching can be very demanding, as we have said. So how do you personally, as Louiza, manage to handle stress and avoid burnout, if you can avoid it? That is the question.
Well, in my experience, knowing myself, I figured that if I prepare a bit the day before, I'm actually less stressed the day off. So that is one part that actually helps me. What I also do is I focus on my hobbies if I have time. So that actually means that I get to spend time for myself, have some, self-care, or I like to do mosaics. So I did take some classes last year. That is something that I actually enjoy doing, and it actually relaxes me a lot and helps me avoid this burnout, I think.
Okay. So far you said the hobbies, and the first one was to prepare a little bit for the classroom.
Socializing among peers actually helps too. From what I've noticed, whenever I talk about my struggles with coworkers, and we actually share the same problems and challenges, I see that I'm not alone. I get the reassurance that somebody else is going through this as well, and it's not just me, or it's not something that I'm doing wrong. So I don't feel this. I do feel anxiety, but I don't feel this particular stress.
That you're by yourself.
That it's something that I'm doing wrong.
Does this only work with coworkers at work, or for example, if you have somebody who works in an office, if you share your stress, do you think that you have the same, like you feel like, oh, I feel seen right now?
Well, everyone has different challenges at work, so I don't expect my friend who works at an office to actually understand how stressed I am because of my my job, or my friend who works at a hospital to actually.
Well, yes, exactly.
I understand that.
Yes.
I do share my concerns and
of course.
my difficulties, but if I share these concerns with a coworker, I feel like I'm more maybe seen. I'm not sure if seen is the correct word to use here.
Yeah, I know, but you feel like your viewpoint is like a little bit more validated. Like I'm not by myself. I'm not an alien in this.
Right.
So 3 points that you've said. You mentioned hobbies, which is important because you have a life outside of school. And then you've also mentioned that you want to prepare before class, and you want to, like vent, like talk with coworkers.
Right, exactly.
Interesting. I'm keeping track of what you're saying, because Teachers Haven, like our project, is focusing on creating a community for teachers. So you're touching upon that. And then you're also touching upon preparing beforehand. So like self-efficacy as well. But I would like to ask, what do you think about knowledge? Like having the tools to prepare, having the tools to show up in the classroom and tackle on whatever happens. Do you feel prepared in that?
That's actually a great question, because I wanted to mention before that we're not necessarily prepared to do this job in university. So we go to university and we learn all the theoretical aspects of teaching and creating a lesson plan and doing all that. But nobody actually put us in a classroom to see how this goes. How do I manage a difficult situation in class? How do I differentiate during my lesson? I have mixed abilities here. How do I teach one lesson in 3 different ways? I have to cater for lower abilities, medium abilities, and higher abilities. How do I do that? They just throw you in
there. Just like learn how to swim in the ocean.
I actually went to an interview and headmister, I think it was.
Yeah, like the principal, I guess.
Was it him? I'm not sure if that was him. So he said, "You're creative enough. You can do it."
Because it's just how it works. Right. No, I understand completely, because I remember when we were at university, one of the professors told us the majority of you in this classroom will become teachers. In Cyprus, there are not that many options for you if you finish with a degree in English studies. And I remember, first of all, I felt very, what are you talking about? And then also,
why is my future fixed?
Why is my future fixed? And then I thought, so where's the practice? Are you putting me in a classroom? There was nothing. And that is a problem in Cyprus, of course, in the sector of English studies. So that was a very interesting point to talk about. And now I will continue on with the next question. Again, we're in the realm of the burnout. So Louiza, you're a young teacher and you have friends that are young teachers as well. So do you think that young teachers are more vulnerable to burnout, or do you think they bring a fresh energy, the creative energy? As the principal said, do you think that the younger generation is actually is viewed like more experienced because we have more knowledge of technology to take on, to tackle a classroom?
I mean, knowing how to use technology is a plus always, but well, it's a good thing to have younger teachers in classrooms because they understand what it is. They know the theories, just like I said before. The theory is well known because they just graduated. That's undeniable. Well, it could be deniable, but
yeah, but I understand. Yeah, in theory.
In theory, but if you put a fresh graduate in a classroom, it's going to be very overwhelming for them without any guidance, without any help. So in order to avoid this, you have to find a way to mentor them properly, maybe actually have some practice in a classroom setting. I think I'm missing something from your question. Can you? Am I not answering something?
No, it's okay because I asked 2 questions in one. But I said that if you think that the younger teachers now they're more fresh.
They
bring a fresh
definitely are
energy.
more fresh.
Yes.
They're fresher, but in a period of 2 years, they're going to be burned out.
Exactly. Because they're not the right tools.
Right.
And we're not experienced beforehand.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Who's mentoring me to manage this classroom? And it's somebody who's more experienced to actually show me how to split my lesson in 3, how to how to exactly manage some situations. A child is having a bad day. Everybody has bad days.
How do you tackle that?
How am I going to handle this in a classroom setting?
I understand. And right now, what I would like to mention here to the listeners, the viewers, is that the background is English studies. Of course, in Cyprus, there's other disciplines that you can study, and they prepare you. They have a practical course that you can get prepared to teach. But if you want to be an English teacher and you're finishing an English studies at the university, then you have no practice. So this was like a nice disclaimer to put here. So
you are allowed to teach, but
where is the experience?
Right.
Excellent. Yeah. So Louiza, moving on from understanding that we can be burnout if we teach without having the necessary support, it can lead to burnout. So I would like to ask you here, what kind of training or professional support you wish you had when you first started teaching, like the first year of you studying teaching?
I would have loved to actually shadow somebody who is experienced enough to show me some. Of course, I will gain everything from this shadowing program, because imagine going into a classroom all alone, not knowing how to talk to first years, second years. It's a very challenging situation. So I would love to shadow somebody who is experienced. I would have loved to shadow somebody who's experienced. I would have also loved to have material prepared. So material also sometimes falls on the teacher and actually has to prepare everything. But if you're new to this profession, you haven't got any background in teaching. Most teachers have everything from previous years, or everything is a hand-me-down. You can imagine.
Yes. But for you, everything had to be created by you.
Exactly. And I would have also loved a mentor, maybe a senior teacher to actually guide me through my first months of teaching.
Exactly. So you have a safety net to fall onto when you think that, I don't think I'm doing a very good job right now. I feel very up in the air. Like, where is the support? Overwhelmed as well, which of course will inevitably lead to burnout when you're overwhelmed and you don't know what you're doing. Louiza, I'm interested actually to know right now, how did you overcome this? Just like hope. I hope this will pass.
Pretty much. Well, what I did was I did go to therapy to actually help me understand my feelings firstly, and my stress. Why am I so stressed? What am I doing wrong? And then, as I said before, I started preparing a few days before. Then it became the previous night. So I started preparing beforehand to teach my lesson. And I mentioned that I do my hobbies so I can actually relax and not have the school in mind 24/7.
So you're saying that Louiza stepped up to help Louiza?
Yes. Who else would?
Yes, because I was expecting you to say somebody helped, a mentor came in, there was a program that helped me. You're saying, no, I stepped up, I took this initiative. Of course, I mean, everybody should take initiative to help themselves. But you should, when you're a rookie, when you're just starting out, you want somebody to tell you, I can help you. But that did not come, from what I understand.
Never. Actually, my first year was a disaster for me mentally. Not so for the students I taught, but for me mentally it was a disaster because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just swimming in a sea with sharks.
It's just hoping the sharks will go away. Yeah, I understand. A lot of teachers say that. They say the same, at least from the teachers that I know. And they're younger, of course. So we've said a lot of needs. We have uncovered a lot of needs, which is fine, which is okay. We were expecting this. So I want to move on to an area that I think will be a little bit more optimistic, which is community and networking. And from what I know, at least networking community is a strong element. I think teachers in Cyprus, they feel that they have peers that they can help them. So I'm asking you, like, as Louiza, with your 5 years of experience, do you think that teaching in Cyprus is a little isolating, or do you think that, no, I feel like part of a community and I feel like I have hands to help me whenever, or a mind to help me whenever I need that extra support?
I did have people to help me when I needed that extra support. That being said, those people came on my second year of teaching. So during my first year of teaching, I was very isolated. I had nowhere to go to. The people who were responsible for the school that year were not exactly helpful. So I was asking questions, and because the State's Institute of Further Education actually hire of all subjects, teachers of all subjects.
All subjects, yes.
So the senior teachers there were, I think, maths teachers or...
So you couldn't get actual support, like tailored to English teaching.
Yes, exactly.
So everything relied on you again.
Yep. So the first year, I'm telling you, was a disaster. But on my second year, I actually made a few more. I met a new on on my second year, I actually met people
Yes.
who were English teachers and could actually help me with tests, with the curriculum, to actually see where I was standing regarding to my my lesson plans.
Yes,
so
the curriculum.
my curriculum where it's supposed to be in October, or am I falling behind, or should I go a bit faster or slower?
So you found support a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But so if you could just go back right now, maybe in your second year, the first year from my understanding was you were a little bit isolated. So do you think that there was a person who was a mentor or a colleague who helped you, inspired and helped you grow? Because you're talking a lot about professional help. They help me with tests, they help me with the curriculum, which is great. You want that. But what about personally, what we want to achieve through Teachers Haven is to help teachers personally feel more supported and feel like what I'm doing is actually, it fulfills me. So did you find any mentors who helped you say, I feel inspired? This thing that I'm doing right now, my profession, inspires me.
I should say that I've always had some inspiration, but my inspiration was not working with me.
Oh, okay.
So I always had someone to look up to.
Was a teacher though?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That being said, to circle back to my colleagues, they provided all the support in the world to actually understand why I'm doing this and go back to my roots and see that something inspired me to follow this job, follow this career, and this is why I'm doing it.
So it helped.
It did. Yes,
it did.
They helped me.
They
it's
helped
a group.
you.
It's a group of 5 teachers. We formed a group chat. We I think we to this day we help each other on the daily.
So you're still in contact.
Basis. Yep.
Oh, well, that is wonderful.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that at least the community is helping to support teachers, and I think that in this profession, especially, having a strong network is crucial. It's as crucial as having someone to help you with lesson planning, with the curriculum, and all that. So I'm going to now go back to the project, which is Teachers Haven. I think, of course, I've told you about it, and I've talked a little bit about the project in the beginning. So do you think that this project is an international project? We have a lot of European countries who are coming together to implement this project. So do you think that it can offer a change for teachers?
Well, it's a huge step towards what is best for teachers.
Innovation.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very innovative project which will actually help teach new teachers, older teachers, mainly because they will create this connection with their peers. The one that I was talking before, which will give them that push to hopefully feel better about all that burnout every teacher is experiencing. I want to say that all the material that is available through this project is God-given.
Yeah, that will become available in the future. Yes,
the material that will be available will be God-given, because teachers use a lot of time to prepare for their next lesson, for their next year. Some actually prepare years beforehand too.
So actually, this is what we're doing.
The curriculum is always changing as well.
Of course. And the needs for each. Yeah, exactly. So one of the reasons why we're actually doing this discussion right now is to identify the needs. And you have identified a lot of needs, which we're very thankful for, because when you're going to build a platform and you're going to have courses out there, you want them to say something back to the teachers like, so I'm here to help you for this because I realize that you are lacking in this and you want help in this. So I would like to ask you a question now. So as we've said, the goal is threefold, and I'm going to remind it again. So the goal is to create a platform, as we said, the course as a self-taught, to create the self-efficacy for teachers. And then also we want to help teachers be, like the wellness, to be more supported. And of course, the community, because community can also help with wellness, but community can also help with being more self-efficient because you're exchanging material. As you've said, they've helped me with tests and what more. So I would like to ask you, which one of those, which of these three pillars do you think is the most important for you?
I do believe that the connection among teachers, I mean the actual personal connection, not just connecting to gain material, is one of the best things one can gain from this project. Especially because some are actually isolated and have no one to turn up to. And these, through this project, they can meet people, they can talk to people about their challenges, they can gain insights to what it's actually like teaching to other countries, to other years, to other years,
to other levels. To other levels. I understand. So it's interesting. Again, you're going back to the community. You think community is very important for teachers. That is going to help them both develop professionally, but also help them feel more supported in their role and make them feel like, of course, we need hobbies, but make them feel less the need to, I need to vent. I need to do something outside of school because I cannot, this is driving me crazy. So this is very important as well. So I want to continue on the discussion about, the future, being a little bit more optimistic. So let's say that you are given the reins to control Teachers Haven. We're telling you, okay, Louiza, now you control Teachers Haven, but for Cyprus, because of course you know what was happening in Cyprus. What would you create? You have freedom of creativity right now. So I, from what I understand,
because I'm so creative.
Yeah, because you're so creative, as we have learned. So you can, of course, to help you a little bit, I think one of the first pillars you would include is community. Like, I want to help teachers feel connected. I want to create, of course, community can be anything, but you can also create, and I will bring you back to what you said before, something about shadowing, you said. And I had the luck to do this when I first started out teaching. I cannot stress enough how important it was. I cannot stress enough how much it helped me. Once I moved from the shadowing position to actually teaching, I hit the ground running. I got into the classroom, I was like, I know because I've seen the teacher do it, and I've gone into different classrooms, like different levels, as you said. So I knew, I know exactly what she wants, or I understand the sentiment. I can do it. So I think this could be something that you could also include.
And this actually improved your self-confidence a lot.
A lot.
By a lot.
Yes.
Well, what I would probably create is a way to chat with teachers from all around the world. So, again, circling back to community and communicating with other teachers. This could actually open a few job opportunities for some. You never know.
Of course.
I will probably create something like a sharing system, sharing your work, your material, sharing your problems, your challenges, a forum of asking help and receiving help, a Q&A, many small part of actually
It's like a little forum. You're talking,
yeah.
okay, I
So
understand what
you
you're
can-
saying.
yeah.
Yes. Interesting. And so that'll be the community part. So if I told you, okay, now you are responsible for developing courses. But wait, let me make it a little bit more specific. Courses for students at university, like me and you, once we were students at university, that are planning to be teachers, but they're studying English studies and there is no practice. So I'm telling you, Louiza, help them create a course. Like, what do you think that will be needed for those students to feel I have some knowledge that I can actually use it practically in the classroom?
Classroom management to begin
Oof.
with. So classroom management is a huge pillar that needs to be added in the course. Other than classroom management, I would add differentiation, because nowadays it's needed everywhere. You need to cater, as I said before, you need to cater for all abilities, and because you're in a setting of mixed abilities. That's what we know from researchers, that this works best for children, for students, in order to learn. But it's the teacher's responsibility to actually cater to those needs.
Create a lesson that will cater to all these different levels. Yeah, create this inclusivity. We hear it all the time. Inclusivity, promote inclusivity. Is the teacher prepared for that?
Nope.
Are you giving the teacher enough tools?
Nope.
Are you giving the teacher perhaps a teacher assistant, so the teacher assistant can go individualized help to the student who needs that support? Never. Or if there are in some cases, because I also had the luck to be a teacher assistant, and in the beginning, because we're in Cyprus, and I was like, what is a teacher assistant? I don't understand this role. Explain it. And they told me, you're going to be a teacher assistant. You're going to shadow. And I did it. And I realized how much of a help I was to teachers that I was helping, because I was helping them, like the weaker students, if we can say that. But also
lower abilities.
Yeah, of lower abilities, or like different abilities. And so I was also helping them and helping myself, because I was shadowing at the same time.
So you knew what the challenges were for the teacher, so you could actually help her and help yourself when you would end up in a classroom again with no teacher assistant. So you'll know how to handle things.
Exactly. Actually, now that I think we're coming to a very nice consensus here, that I think that self-efficacy really strives from. It takes one to be one. You need to be put in that position to be able to do it. But I'm not talking about be a teacher. I'm talking about, first of all, do shadowing. Second of all, be a language assistant, be a teacher assistant. See what it needs to be in the background.
It should have been mandatory.
It should be mandatory. Well, in other schools, I had the luck to work in other schools in international schools in like different countries, and I realized that to be a teacher assistant is not something. Oh, what is this? It's normal. People do it. It would be great if we had it in Cyprus.
I think we do, but in private schools.
Yes, and it's not that well known, I think. Or you think differently?
I think it's well known in private schools.
Okay.
That
But in
being
state
said,
schools,
the
no.
state schools, the public sector does not actually accommodate such needs.
such privileges to have a language teacher. So again, now I would like to finish on a more positive note. So let's say that I tell you to tell me one beautiful thing of teaching. Like if Teachers Haven, the European project that we're doing right now, if they could say, okay, from all the work that we've done, from all the research, there's one beautiful thing that comes out of teaching. Louiza, what would that be for you as a teacher, 26 years old, 5 years of experience?
This is going to sound very cliche, but shaping minds.
Oh.
Always. I love knowing that I taught this to you. You know this because I taught this to you. Shaping minds is something that brings satisfaction to the teacher and helps the student move forward.
It's one of those light bulb moments that you told me in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of realizing that the student now knows that he or she they have captured the essence of what I was trying to say.
Exactly.
So
does not need me anymore to do this.
Oh, it becomes automated.
Yes.
Oh.
Independence.
Independent. So I would also like to point here a little bit. So you're teaching mostly younger students.
This year I also teach adults, so
it's gonna be the first time.
In a classroom setting, yes. Privately, not so. I've also taught a few more other adults, but in a classroom setting is my first time.
Okay, I wish you had. I wish you had taught adults before, like extensively. So I can say, So, do you find this aha moment in adults as well? Do you take that like a lot of pride from teaching adults as you do for children? Because you just said that shaping minds, and you can see shaping minds mostly in younger students. You guys are like, oh, you can see it.
The satisfaction is similar when I teach to adults, because you know that you're helping them advance through life regardless of their age. So if I teach them something and it helps them afterwards in their career or in their lives, their personal lives, that's an aha moment for me.
That's an aha. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah. Okay, I understand. I would like to say that what you have said resonates within me as well, because I did have, of course, less experience in teaching, but we had the luck to experience university together, and then the first years of teaching together, and then the next years of teaching together. Like it just it has been. We have been walking. Like I mean, of course, I know your struggles, but right now I'm learning more in depth. And that is truly very interesting to me, and thank you for that.
Thank you for inviting me, Anna.
Of course. Now I would like to say a very warm thank you, first of all, to Louiza for being here, taking the time off her schedule to talk to us about teaching. And I would also like to thank Podcast Therapy, of course, for having us, given us the opportunity to do this. I would also like to thank all the viewers and, of course, all the listeners. Thank you for your patience, being here, listen to us, talk about teaching, laugh a lot. Now, of course, going back to who we are, I would like to remind you that we are Eurosuccess Consulting, and you can stay in tune with us. You can follow us actually on our social media, and you can also visit us on our website. That is www.eurosc.eu, and I've said that correctly. And well, thank you. That's it. That's everything I wanted to say. Have a good one.
Η Eurosuccess Consulting ιδρύθηκε το 2009 ως ιδιωτική εταιρεία στη Λευκοσία, την πρωτεύουσα της Κύπρου, λειτουργώντας μέσω 3 κύριων τμήματων: επιχειρηματική ανάπτυξη, διεθνή συνεργασία και στρατηγική διαχείριση. Η Eurosuccess Consulting στοχεύει στην υποστήριξη και ενίσχυση της ανταγωνιστικότητας των κυπριακών οργανισμών και φυσικών προσώπων. Αν ανυπομονείτε να εξερευνήσετε τις δυνατότητες και ευκαιρίες σας για επιτυχία και πιστεύετε στον εαυτό σας, εμπιστευτείτε την Eurosuccess Consulting ως τον πολύτιμο συνεργάτη σας.